Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Hilary Swank. You may remember her from Boys Don't Cry, $1 Million Baby, and my personal favorite, Dramatic Performance Followed by Death.
Yay, I'm finally a complete person!
Yes, it's true that Hilary Swank certainly dies in a lot of movies, but it's very rare that an entire movie dies even before you pronounce the title. Let's try it. The next Karate Kid. You see? Now some of you might be saying, what? When did they make another Karate Kid movie? I don't remember that. Well, if you take your copy of Karate Kid Part 3 and simply turn it around, bingo! Karate Kid 4! That's right, this film is so bad that it couldn't even get its own DVD release. It had to be teamed up with the other piece of shit Karate Kid sequel just to see the light of day. So what's wrong with one of Hilary Swank's very first movies? Well, let's go over a little history first. The first Karate Kid came out in 1984. It starred Ralph Macchio as Daniel-san, and that guy from Happy Days as Mr. Miyagi. It's now sort of a standard story. It's about a kid who gets beat up by bullies and this over-the-top teacher, so he learns karate from a quirky but wise karate master. His methods are strange but effective, and at the end the kid finally proves himself by fighting against the bullies in a tournament. Standard, but enjoyable. The sequel was a little different. Miyagi and Daniel go to Okinawa, so Miyagi can visit his dying father and make amends with his angry brother. It wasn't as good as the first, but it wasn't half bad. Even though it had its schmaltzy moments, it continued the story. It wasn't just a cheap retread of the original. That was left for the third movie, and this one flat out sucked. It was the same story as the first one, same characters, same plot threads. The only thing that was different was instead of one hammy over-the-top villain, you had two, who put all their business aside for revenge. Literally, they say that.
Margaret, I'm going to be working full-time on this from now on. Full-time. For the next few weeks, my business is strictly revenge.
Everything is in place, sir.
Who the hell talks like that? Nobody calls up their secretary and says, oh, by the way, cancel my meetings. I'm gonna have a diabolical plan to destroy my arch-nemesis. Thanks, your doll. Same setup, same climax. What a load of shit clatter. So you think that would be the worst Karate Kid movie, right? Well, just a mere 5 years later, they tried to cash in with another karate chop to my nuts in their latest and final sequel, The Next Karate Kid. Well, I think I've built up this shitstorm long enough. Let's take a look. So it starts off with Mr. Miyagi accepting some sort of army unit citation, along with the wife of one of his old army buddies, Louisa. They catch up on old times, talk about Chinese food or something, when we're introduced to the karate brat herself.
Julie, this is Mr. Miyagi. He was a friend of your grandfather. Hi.
Hey, show some respect. He came all the way from Karate Kid Part 3 for this.
I want you to talk to him.
You invited him here, you talk to him.
Where are you going? Susan!
My name is Julie. My mother's name was Susan. She was killed in a car accident with my father, and they're both dead.
And the award for worst exposition ever to be uttered in a movie is The Next Karate Kid! You suck! I mean, wow. That was just painful. How much more force could you possibly get?
My name is Julie. My mother's name was Susan. She was killed in a car accident with my father, and they're both dead.
Everybody got that?
So where does angry, troubled Julie sneak off to in the middle of the night? Well, I'm sure she's part of some sort of gang or something, or some sort of criminal drug ring, or some kind of illegal underground fighting, or something else to make the real payoff look unbelievably stupid. She breaks into her school, which is ironic because most kids try to break out of school, and she spends her time feeding a bird. Oh no! Really? This is the height of her troubled teendom? Feeding a hawk with a damaged wing? Unless she's gonna use it for cockfighting, that's not very impressive. But Boston's doughiest arrive on the scene as they try to stop her illegal bird feeding. I love this scene. Watch.
Look out!
Yeah, shine a light on the people you don't want to find you and then throw it at them so that you can't see where you're going. Now, technically you could argue that she's trying to distract them away from the bird, but why doesn't she just drop it off at a vet to begin with? What is she, Karate Kid MD? I mean, it makes no sense. What, they just stop? Who sent these guys? They're about as fit as a morbidly obese fiddle.
Don't make me run. I'm filled with pork chops and syrup.
So in a sort of strange foreign exchange program, Susan leaves Boston to go to California while Mr. Miyagi leaves California to look after Julie. Makes sense to me.
Miyagi pick you up here this afternoon, okay, Julie-san? Sayonara.
Gee, I wonder if this is the villain. Yeah. Yeah. Just because you can hold on a shot doesn't mean you should. Cut!
Morning, Julie.
So she's approached by one of the bad guys, who of course you can tell is a bad guy because he always wears a black shirt.
And get you into a little trouble. Or I could pick you up tomorrow night and take you down to the docks. You've been to the docks, haven't you, Julie?
Dream on.
Hey! Most girls in this school will fight me. Now you're lucky to get an invitation.
Typical teen love story. Boy meets girl, boy challenges girl to fight on docks. Something's not right about that. So it turns out that Psycho Kid is working for this strange sort of school security called Alpha League. They're nice people if you compare them to the Third Reich.
Some kid drops a candy wrapper, you make him pick it up and eat it.
That's both odd and cruel. Their coach, who is actually named Colonel Dugan, partakes in normal after-school activities, like punching his students in the face, kicking them in the gut, and just flat-out choking them.
When the enemy's weakest, that's when you destroy them.
And his ass would be fired. But for the lazy convenience of the story, let's just go with it. One of the students is named Eric, who Julie has a crush on.
Hey, Colonel Dugan told me he took Julie Pierce to her next class. Any problems? No. No? Good. Don't forget, she's mine.
She's mine to beat and/or make my girlfriend. Eric finds out about Julie's first-degree bird feeding, and so he toys with her about whether or not he's gonna tell anyone.
If anyone finds out about Angel, they're gonna take her away.
Is that what you call her, Angel? How do you know she's a girl?
Will you just answer the question? Well, I'm not getting out of this car until you tell me what you're gonna do.
Fine.
This is how I kidnapped all my other girlfriends, so go ahead.
Hey, do you like my car? It's an Oldsmobile 442.
It's just a car.
It's just a car. Does Michael Jordan just play basketball?
Yes! Have you seen him play baseball? So after they form some sort of bond, I guess, Mr. Miyagi and Julie find that they don't quite get off on the right foot.
Miyagi also talk to people, your teachers. Bring home homework you missed for 3 weeks.
Don't order me around. I told you this morning, I know where I'm going in my life and I don't need any math problems to get there.
How about this math problem? What does one fist plus your face equal?
Julie-san.
Will you just stay out of my life? Stop telling me what to do!
Not try tell you nothing. Try teach you something.
Teach me? Look at you, you can't even speak English!
Ow, bitch! That is Mr. Miyagi! You do not diss Mr. Miyagi! He's like Yoda, he could snap his fingers and your brain would explode! There now, you see? It's not nice to mess with Mr. Miyagi. And God tried to smoke you. Hope you're happy.
You're not hurt?
I said I was okay!
I'm gonna run back into the house that I was originally running away from.
Go ahead. Do what my grandmother does. Tell me I made another mistake. Julie, you're so thoughtless. Julie, you lost your temper again.
Okay, then what?
Julie-san, Miyagi no need say nothing.
You're not gonna say anything?
Where you learn that?
Learn what?
Jump into tiger position when car almost hit you.
So she tells him that her father used to teach her karate, which is funny because Mr. Miyagi used to teach her father karate. Hey, wait a minute.
Anger, no bring them back.
Wasn't right that they were killed.
Death, not fair to anyone. But still, we must live our lives.
I used to see them so bright in my mind, so clear. Now all I have are these photographs.
Look, I'm running out of fortune cookie sayings. Can we just cut to the sports montage?